From NPR News in Washington, I'm Ann Taylor. The top Republican on the Senate Judiciary Committee says that he will vote in favor of Eric Holder to be U.S. Attorney General, making confirmation almost certain. NPR's Ari Shapiro has more on the story.
The Senate Judiciary Committee is scheduled to vote on Holder Wednesday morning. Originally, the vote was scheduled for a week ago, but Senator Specter and other Republicans held it up. Now Specter has met with Holder in private, and he says his doubts are gone.
At no time did I challenge Mr. Holder's integrity. It's a question of judgment and question of independence.
I have a baby that I
All factors considered, as I say, I decided to vote for it.
Some Republicans want Holder to promise that he won't prosecute Bush administration officials for torture, but at least 3 Republicans on the committee have now expressed support for Holder. Democrats have arranged for 3 hours of debate on the nomination by the full Senate. Holder could be confirmed by the end of this week. Ari Shapiro, NPR News, Washington.
Testifying today on Capitol Hill, Secretary of Defense Robert Gates said some of the Pentagon's weapons programs are taking too long to build, are overpriced, and have performance problems. And he said some of them will have to be cut from next year's budget. NPR's Tom Bowman reports.
Gates pointed to high-ticket programs that have had contract or performance
Now look
problems.
at it.
The Air Force refueling tanker, the Army's Future Combat System, the Navy's Patrol Combat Ship. For the past several years, Gates has focused on different programs, those that will immediately help soldiers in the field. Unmanned drones that can take pictures of enemy forces and drop bombs. Heavily armored vehicles to better protect troops. Now Gates says hard choices will have to be made on what to cut in the Pentagon budget. Tom Bowman, NPR News, Washington.
On Wall Street, the Dow Jones Industrial Average added 58 points. The NASDAQ was up by 15 to close at 1,504. This is NPR News.
This is KSUT. Chevron gave a special presentation to La Plata County Commissioners today in regards to the company's plans for 16 new gas wells southeast of Durango in the Grandview area. KSUT, Sarah Baumgartner reports.
La Plata County is seeking a memorandum of understanding with Chevron to address impacts on surface land. In a special presentation to the La Plata County Commissioners, Chevron teamed with a company called ITT to find methane leaks in the proposed Fruitland outcrop area. ITT is contracted with the Southern Ute Indian tribe, which shared some of its findings with the county. What ITT does is fly a fixed-wing aircraft 750 feet in the air. The aircraft is equipped with the infrared laser technology that is able to detect, measure, and quantify methane gas emissions. This is the first time that this technology has been used in southwest Colorado. ITT did find methane leaks in the Fruitland outcrop area. Bob Zaradnik is a petroleum engineer for the Southern Ute Indian tribe.
The tribe's been active and it's put well into 8 figures investment in monitoring and remediating seepage since 1993. This is a technology we've been wishing we had since 1993. We've had people walking these things, doing soil vapor analysis, doing these flux measurements. This would have been a huge help, but it just came along fairly recently. But the tribe paid to fly the entire outcrop.
Zaradnik says at a future date he hopes to utilize this technology more frequently with financial help from local and state governments. The study is not complete, but when it is, Zaradnik said it's up to tribal council whether or not they'll release the results. The 16 proposed wells near the Fruitland outcrop area and the drilling will take place on existing well pads. Chevron is requesting a second application for an 80-acre infill spacing. The standard spacing is 160 acres, which will make the spacing on the wells a denser concentration. Chevron already has filed an application to drill the wells with the Colorado Oil and Gas Conservation Commission. The Memorandum of Understanding will be considered by the Board of County Commissioners on February 3rd. From KSUT, Four Corners Public Radio, I'm Sarah Baumgartner.
Print audio of the story can be found online at KSUT. Support for local news is provided by Martha Bradley, a member of the Council of Residential Specialists and Real Estate Professionals in Realty of Farmington. With 32 years of experience and training, committed to quality customer service. 325-8863 and 320-3154. And by Osprey Packs, a Southwest Colorado company since 1990. Pack your passion online at ospreypacks.com.
From NPR News, this is All Things Considered. I'm Michelle Norris.
And I'm Robert Siegel. The economic stimulus bill hits the House floor tomorrow, and President Obama was on Capitol Hill today hoping to whip up some Republican votes. Listen into the debate and you'll hear about the bill's huge tax cuts and spending meant to pump new life into the economy. And you'll also hear Republican anger about some smaller provisions, like $50 million for the National Endowment for the Arts, or $200 million to plant grass on a national mall. Here's Andrea Seabrook reports on whether there is pork in this bill.
Democrats say this bill is clean. No special projects, no earmarks, no pork barrel spending. But if you listen to Republicans, you might ask, what's in a name? That which we call pork by any other name would smell as porcine.
That's chock full of it.
Jeff Flake of Arizona, perhaps the most pork-conscious member of the Republican Party.
There aren't congressional earmarks, which is a good thing, but when you get down to the city level and elsewhere, yeah, it's chock full of pork.
No earmarks in the bill means no members of Congress manage to get specific amounts of money doled out to special projects in their districts. That's what's often called pork in big congressional spending bills. But Flake says even without earmarks, this bill is made of bacon, and not because of the Obama administration, says Flake.
But because it's gone through the congressional Democrats, it's basically a grab bag for every program that they've wanted to see funded for years.
The bill pushes tens of billions of dollars into education.